Yes, here I'm going to show how to get a ROS package installed on the Raspberry Pi image, or it could be on your own desktop VSL image. So if you look here, we have the Raspberry Pi. I have opened it up through the PuTTY terminal, and I'm logged in, and the user is Pi and the password is RASP. So I'm here. Then I go to the Catkin workspace always and into the source. As all packages are going to be with a source code in this RSRRC folder, the source folder. And then I Google, and what I want to install here is the RP-Lidar, the lidar to recognize the surroundings later on. You need that on the image. RP-Lidar ROS. Our ROS is the ROS, single ROS, and here is a link which I suppose will bring us to a site. And you can see here it is for melodic and neurotic, and we are using melodic here for the iCreate and also for the Turtlebot. Then there is a Git repository where I'm going to fetch the code, and it is this one I'm going from. And then there is a recipe here how to do it, and I'll do that. I have not the lidar here, so I cannot open it up by these launch files. But anyway, I can get it down. And then I say here, copy. And in here I say git clone. Clone means you get a copy down in the directory, and the directory package name will follow this here, RP-Lidar underscore ROS. And then I clone it, and it's here. Then I go one step up, and then I say cat can make son, and then it is always interesting to see if it is going through or it claims about. And it is a very good idea to create programs in packages. So you create a directory in the source directory for you and give the package a proper name, saying what it is about. And then it is easy to find the piece of code later on. It takes a little bit time here. Previous builds are of course not built again. Now we get into it, you can see now it compiles the code. And voice is okay normally. TF is a transform, because you can imagine you have a coordinate system and you in a room, for instance, in a corner you have 0.0 x, y, z, and then you are driving in the room, and then you change in relation to that start coordinate. Um, and that you are going to use when you are running the robot around in the room and using the RP-Lidar to scan for obstacles, and first time also to scan the room to map the room. So there is a map which you need to have before you can drive autonomously. I think we can actually take and return and browse a little bit around in here while we wait. Completion. So I open another session here. I hope. In worst case, it is going down now. It's here. Hi. Because I want to go through the two setup packages for the Rumba and for the Turtlebot to tell you a little bit about what is inside each package, um, and also a little bit about launch files, because a launch file is actually taking different programs in a sequential for running them. So you can start several nodes, things up, programs up in one script. Now, cd cat and CSRC, and then we are here. Then we have a list. You can see create robot, that is the bumper, and the RP-Lidar brush is now becoming installed as a package, and Turtlebot free and Turtlebot free messages. And I can see I actually need one more for Turtlebot. There is also one for simulation. No, that you can install by yourself if you like. Yes, let's go into the CD create, and tab is spelling the rest out. If there is only one name, then you can see it just came there. And then we have list here, and then we have several, we can say, packages in this collection here. We have a create bring up, we have a create driver, we have a create robot, we have a create description, we have create messages. And if we look in the bring up, it is here we start running a launch script to start the serial communication to the robot through the cable to the platform. So cd create tab, and then bring up tab, and then an ls. Here we have it. It is, and you can see we have a package XML file. We have a CMake list file for compilation, and then we have a launch directory and a config. And let's go down in the launch. So ls here, then you can see we have a create one launch, we have a create two launch, we have a joytail up launch, and we have a run for launch. And you're going to use create underscore two launch. Let's look inside that file. So sudo nano create two launch. Then it asks for password, that's fast. And then we can see what it consists of. It's an XML script with a syntax like this one. We have an encapsulation here with the type, and then we have a launch and end launch. It looks like HTML to some extent. Now, there is a config library. As you saw, there was a config directory, and then it's say find, create, bring up, config, default, YALM. That's a script file it needs. Then it say, okay, then we have a node here, a program. It can be compared just to a program. It is in the with a package name create driver, as you saw in the directory, equal to the package name, and the type is create driver, and the output. Let's see if we can output to the screen. That means when you run the program, it gives messages on the screen. Then there is a ROS command, load, argument, and then the model name, and the model name is create2. And then include, so we have the driver here. It has to include the create description. That's find create description and launch. It's here we are. Not here, sorry, it is in the bring up launch, but it is requiring the file down here to start. So this is an example on a launch file. We can then go back here to the directory create description, Control X, one up and one up, yes, then you can see the create description. It is there. We should go down CD create description ls. Then you can see there is the launch, and there is also an so-called RDF directory where the description of the physical robot is for the gazebo, and to some extent also for the so-called RVITS program. Let's go down into the launch file to see what this launch file is about. ls, then we can see there is a create2_launch. So let's see what's inside that. I think it was pretty much the same we had here. Create launch. And then it is having another XML file here. And the reason for it is going down here, it is to get the description included in the boot up by the previous script we saw. And it is for the RVITS and the gazebo, this file, but it is included when you call bring up the down script in the bring up. Now let's see if it gets, yes. So now it is built and we can use it. When we have done such an compilation, then we have to say source set up dot bash. Then it is now available in a call where we use it, but we will not use it for now. That was a little demo and a talk about launch files as well. And there is in the ROS tutorial, there is also a tutorial which I would advise you strongly to take about launch files. So ROS tutorials, point it out. See here, topic packages here, services, ROS launch. So it's in here, this tutorial 8. I will strongly advise you to take that. And of course also the following ones here, and if you write in C, C++, you take that one, or you take the Python. Yeah. And then now more down here. But we can say later on you are going to into this also, because you have to navigate. And if we go into here, we can see a little bit about that also. No, that was navigation, the wiki, sorry for that. That has nothing to do with the navigation. But the 4 slides here in Learn from the Zurich Technical University is worth also to use. Yes. Let's stop